This night was not ordinary. The New York sky was covered in fog, and the lights of the airport were shining as if stars had descended to Earth. There was a cold bite in the air. Steam rose from every breath, and the sound of a generator somewhere in the distance was breaking the silence. 6 cars slowly stopped in the direction of the cargo terminal. Inside them were men with masks on their faces, their eyes filled with the same emotion, danger and greed. In front was the airport warehouse, where the wealth of the world was locked up. $5 million in cash, jewelry, and bundles of foreign currencies were stored there that night, and they knew that if this plan succeeded, their lives would change. The car door opens. Jimmy Burke comes out. He has black gloves in his hands. There is that look in his eyes that only experienced criminals have. He says nothing. He just makes a gesture. Everyone else starts moving. A man in a security uniform walks forward. He softly calls out to the guard standing at the gate, "Good night." As soon as the gate opens, 2 men appear from behind. They grab the guard. Someone screams. No fire, just a moment of silence, and then everything is under control. The lights are dim inside, shadows are running on the walls. One by one they enter the warehouse, bags in their hands. Sweat is shining on their faces, and with each step their hearts are beating faster. Jimmy's mind is calculating how many minutes it will take, how many steps is the distance, which locker to open first. He knows that time is short. The police patrols can pass by at any time. He wants everything to be quiet, no sound, no noise, just money and escape. A small truck enters from one side. Its noise shakes hearts for a moment, but then silence falls again. The robbers move like a machine. A cupboard opens, bundles of notes fall to the ground. A slight wave of joy comes to someone's face, but Jimmy's face is made of stone. For him, all this is not success until he gets out. He looks at the hands of the clock. It is 2:41 in the morning. They only have 20 minutes. The wind outside has picked up. A man is sitting in a car listening to the police frequency on the radio. So far, everything is clear. There is satisfaction in his voice. Jimmy turns inside and says, "Work fast. We are ahead of time." Everyone is filling their share. They are filling bags of notes. Some have fear in their hearts, some have dreams in their minds. But for everyone, this night means the same thing: wealth. A plane engine roars across the airport, like the background music of a story. The fog is getting thicker. At one point, a bag falls from someone's hand. The notes scatter on the ground. He grabs them and catches his breath. Jimmy takes a look and moves on. Every second of time is precious to him. A few moments later, all the bags are full. Now it's just a matter of getting out. The same 6 cars are waiting outside, the engines off, the lights off, and the same pressure in the air as before a storm. One by one, they get out. The guards are still tied to one of them. There is no fear in one's eyes, only wonder, as if he is wondering if this is all reality or a dream. The cars start moving, disappearing into the fog. The airport becomes silent again, as if nothing has happened. Only the smell of banknotes remains on the floor of the warehouse and the echo of those footsteps on the walls that are about to be engraved in history. On the other side of the city, an old bar is lit. Inside, the smell of cigarette smoke and alcohol is mixed. Jimmy is sitting at the table. In front of him is Henry Hill. The two of them say nothing. They only have the bag in front of them, which contains the symbol of the world's greatest theft. Henry Hill says softly, "Jimmy, did this really happen?" A slight smile appears on Jimmy's lips. He says, "This is just the beginning." The camera slowly moves back. The neon lights outside the bar are flickering. That moment is lost in the noise of the city, but a new storm has been born in their hearts. None of them knows that this success is going to be the beginning of their end. When the morning sun rose in the New York sky, the silence hidden in the walls of the airport became a scream. Everything had changed. The warehouse inside was empty. The notes were missing. The jewelry was missing. The police sirens were echoing from one end of the city to the other. The media was screaming. The world's biggest theft had happened, but no one knew where the thieves were. Only one name was on their tongues: Lufthansa. Jimmy Burke was sitting in his underground hideout. Around him were the same faces who had changed their fate in the night. There was only one question in everyone's hearts. What to do now? Jimmy slowly lit a cigarette. The smoke spread into the air. He said, "Now we will hide. For a few days, no one will talk. No one will move. We will not be seen. Just remember, silence is your life." But silence was not everyone's business. Wealth had poisoned their hearts. Someone bought a new coat. Someone bought a new car. Someone invited friends. And the police had their ears everywhere. One tip, another tip, and then the investigation net spread. Each face became a photo and went into the files. And the New York police with the FBI also moved. Fear began to appear in Henry Hill's eyes. He felt that Jimmy's expression was changing. He knew that Jimmy never trusted anyone, and now he was monitoring everyone. Cars started stopping outside their houses. Phone calls became short. People close to Jimmy started disappearing one by one as if the earth had swallowed them. No news, no bodies, just rumors. On the other side of town, there were bloodstains in a warehouse that someone had tried to clean up. The police did not find out anything, but everyone in the criminal world knew that Jimmy did not share his secrets with anyone. He would eliminate anyone who could be a threat to speak. His eyes now had the same brutality that is seen in the center of a storm. Henry Hill decided that he would speak before Jimmy. He spilled everything to the police. The plan, the mafia connections, everything went into the FBI's records. From that day on, Jimmy Burke's world ended. He was arrested, but the Lufthansa heist charge could not be proven. He was convicted of another crime and languished in prison until one day he died quietly, with the secrets that were never proven in a court of law. Henry Hill adopted a new identity. He joined the Witness Protection Program. A new place, a new life. But that night was still alive in the walls of his conscience when he was wrapping bundles of notes on the warehouse floor. For him, that night had become a curse. Wealth had given him nothing but fear. That story still circulates on the streets of New York today. People say that the money from that robbery was never found. No one knows where it went. Some say it was divided by the mafia. Some say it is buried underground. But the truth is that that night left a line in the history of crime that no one has been able to erase. The camera slowly rises. It looks down from above the city where the lights are flickering and the laughter of an unknown criminal echoes in the cold air. This laughter will always remain in the heart of the city because crime is also sometimes it becomes history.